Hey, good morning, Bob. Trade Genius, 7th of April. I want to continue on my conversation here with regarding gold and silver and what I think is really happening behind the scenes. There is absolutely a war going on right now that is between what I would call the progressives slash globalists slash elitists versus the populists. And the next and the latest manifestation of this is you have Salvini here from I wonder if he's the Five Star Movement, but one of the two populist groups that are really running Italy right now, put the bankers on notice that the gold that's sitting in the vaults at the Italian central bank belonged to Italy, the sovereign nation, not to the private bankers. And they're freaking out. And then you have in the United States, you have President Trump basically dictating to the Federal Reserve what you were going to do. And then you have these bizarre 180 abrupt change of direction with the central banks in December, with with Jerome Powell switching from we're going to raise interest rates and we're going to reduce our balance sheet to we're stopping both and we're probably going to turn back around again. They're scared. With the rise of socialism and the rise of the populist movement, is that I think the elites realize that they've taken this game as far as it can go, and their very survival is at stake here. And I don't think they know how to solve it. I don't think they can. They basically, you can't tax the people anymore. The French government has found that out. The whole global warming charade, which would allow them to contain more control, is not working. The only people that figured something out are the Chinese with this social scoring system, but that'll blow up in their face because they're just going to grind that country to a halt. And the thing with gold and silver is that, if it's something that people don't really want or need, why are the bankers so worried about it? And just like what happened in palladium, is I think we're going to see a blow up here in gold and silver when people are going to start rushing for the physical, and they're going to find out the bankers have sold, just like in time immemorial, where when we used to have bullion banks back in the 1500s, 1600s, that people would place their gold there for safety, and they would get script so they can run their businesses. And then when they came back to get their gold, they found out that the bankers lent the gold out to other people. And it wasn't their gold to lend out. They were supposed to keep it for safekeeping. And we're going to see the same thing happening here. The bullion banks in London and in New York and Shanghai, you're going to find out they lent stuff out that didn't belong to them. And it's going to cause a major squeeze in silver and gold and platinum and palladium. And it's going to skyrocket. And we're at the very front end of this. I showed charts yesterday. I mean, there's hardly any appreciation in gold and silver prices versus the other asset groups. And when they unwind those other asset groups, they're going to have to unwind the short positions they have in those metals, and it's going to cause basically a seesaw effect. And you can see it in the market when gold and when the markets are doing fine, they're able to suppress gold and silver pretty easily. But when the markets have any kind of turmoil, people run right away to gold and silver. And so my next video, I'm going to go through all the miners again, point out some opportunities for us, and where we're going to position for our next trades. And waiting for the breakout, we're just basically trading the range until that breakout happens. And when it does, it's going to squirt out like a toothpaste tube. Thanks for listening. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.